Patient zero. The picture came. Veronica tapped on my glass and woke me up, and she held it up for me to see. It's autographed and everything. For you, Veronica mouthed at me, and she smiled a really big smile. The autograph says, "To Jay, I'll throw a touchdown for you." I couldn't believe it. Everybody is laughing at me because of the way I yelled and ran in circles around my room until I fell to the floor and scraped my elbow. The janitor, Lou, turned on the intercom box outside my door and said, "Kid, you gone crazier than usual. What you care about the picture for? Don't they know Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback of all time?" I taped the picture to the wall over my bed. On the rest of my wall, I have maps of the United States and the world in the solar system. I can find Corsica on the map, and the Palau Islands, which most people have never heard of. And I know what order all the planets are in, but there's nothing else on my wall like Dan Marino. That's the best. The other best thing I have is the cassette tape from that time the president called me on the telephone. I was 6. He said, "Hi, Jay there. This is the President of the United States." He sounded like a TV. My heart flipped because it was so weird to hear the president say your name. I couldn't think of anything to say back. He asked me I was following. I said I was fine. That made me laugh, like he thought I was making a joke. Then his voice got real serious, and he said everyone was praying and thinking about me, and he hung up. When I listen to that tape now, I wish I had thought of something else to say. I used to think he might call me another time, but it only happened once, in the beginning. So I guess I'll never have the chance to talk to the president again. After Veronica gave me a picture of Marino, I asked her if she could get somebody to fix my TV so I see all the football games. Better than I ever seen them motherfuckers before. All my TV can play is videos. Veronica said there ain't any other football games, and I started to get mad because I hate it when they lie. It's September, I said, and there's only football games in September, but Veronica told me the NFL had put a meeting on deciding not to have football anymore, and I was like, hell no, bitch. And maybe it would start again, but she wasn't sure because nobody except me was thinking about football. At first, after she said that, it kind of ruined the autograph because it seemed like Dan Marino must be lying to me. But Veronica, most likely talking about throwing a touchdown for me in the future, and I felt then, Dan Marino was a fucking liar. In this notebook from Mrs. Manigat, my tutor, whose bullshit said I should start writing down my thoughts and everything that happens to me, I said don't have any thoughts, but she said that was ridiculous. That is her favorite word, ridiculous. Oh, I should say I'm 10 today. If I were regular school, I would be 5th grade like my brother. I asked Miss Nanagat, what grade am I in? She said, I don't have a grade. I read like I'm in 7th grade. I do math like I'm in 4th grade. She says I don't exactly fit anywhere, but I'm very smart. Miss Menegrad, she was a dumb bitch. Instead of using her first name, which is Emmeline, because she is so proper. She is very neat, wears skirts and dresses, and everything about her is very clean except her shoes, which are dirty. Her shoes are supposed to be white, but whenever I see her standing outside in the glass, her shoes are black. She looks like she's wearing plastic for a suit. She's a muddy whore. I had a question today. Veronica never comes on Fridays. And the other nurse, Renee, isn't as nice as she is, so waited for Miss Menegret. She comes at 1, I said. You know they gave me sick children their last wish when they're dying? Well, when Dr. Ben told me to think of one thing I wanted for my birthday, I said I wanted an autograph from Dan Marino. So does that mean I'm dying and they're giving me an autograph of Dan Marino will fucking make me survive? I said really fast. I thought Miss Menegret would say the only thing I thought she would say. And that was fuck you. But she did not. She said, listen, little old man. Which is what she calls me because she says I do so much worrying. You're a lot of things, but you are dying. When everyone can be as healthy as you, it'll be a happy day. The people are always seems to be waiting, and I don't know what for. I thought maybe they were waiting for you to die, but in the end, I've realized that you will never die because you're going to live forever. So Mrs. Menegret reached over the table, and she brought me the one thing that could let me survive. And that was an autographed photo by Miami Dolphins' finest, Dan fucking Marino. And that is what survived me to not die from cancer.